This right here is a prime example why you have to get out of the crazy environments when you got money. I know a lot of times they talk about keeping it real, but I'm gonna tell you right now, keeping it real always got people that kept it real unalive. Hey, we seen it with Nipsey Hussle, we seen it with PNP Rock, we seen it with Pop Smoke, we seen it. We come on, dog. A matter of fact, I apologize. I said Pop Smoke. I didn't mean to say Pop Smoke. I meant to say I forgot the boy from New York. I can't think of his name. Remind me of 50 Cent. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But this is a situation that Mona got herself into. And later on, you know what? Listen.
Yeah, ain't no that. Don't do that. When is that? Respect. They all tell you that. You know what you did. You know what you did. If I did that to you, what the fuck?
Hey, yo.
Why I can't come in?
Who's the shit?
I'm not trying to fight you. I'm trying to get some other store. Why are you even just getting up this back?
My mother.
What the fuck is happening? Let me call you crazy, dog. Let me call you crazy. Now you just said it, bitch. You said it. What the fuck you talking about? When you just said you doing it, do it. You do it. You keep on talking. What is wrong with this? I'm saying go ahead. Why can I get my shit? Why are you still coming talking to me? Go about your business. Go to your business. Yo, my long time. You said, why are you still?
That's why she's walking this way and I'm following.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna let Mona talk, but this is one of the reasons why you gotta read the room. I get it that you're from a certain environment, but just because you're from a certain environment does not mean that you need to entertain and walk towards the lady. Like, oh, let's be honest. Mona had her stuff. You could tell she had her stuff. She was outside. Sometimes, man, I understand that it looks good to be like, no, I'm standing up for myself. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. She just had a surgery done not long ago. You see, she got a big bubble in the back now. I love Mona, but at the end of the day, Mona is one of those women that are still hood to the fullest. Hood to the point where as though the class, you're not looking to settle down with nothing like that. Mona just mentally, she's still with the people, not realizing that she just can't do everything. And I get it. A lot of times people in the comments be like, she should be able to do everything. No, the F she can't. Just because you think you amongst the people, you think you can keep coming around, what's going to happen is something is going to end up happening. Like a robbery, something is going to happen. Whereas though her people with her is going to end up getting unalive because they trying to protect her. You gotta stay out of a certain environments when you got money. It just is what it is. It seems like something that's messed up to say, but yo, history has proven itself. You got a lady that's running rampant, like she just dog, that drives me crazy. But Mona just seemed like she just was like, look, man, it is what it is. She's trying to make her point, but she's not raising her voice. But you could also tell Mona has a lot to live for. You can tell the way she was carrying herself. Any woman that don't have much to live for is gonna go crazy. They're gonna be like, I'm gonna stab this hoe. Like they be on something different. These are the girls that are bust your tires, knock your windows out, and then shoot at you because they feel like they ain't got nothing to live for. So they like, yo, I'm gonna F your life up. Come on, Mona. But I want to see what Mona talking about right here. Let's see.
Go about your business. Go to your business. Yo, my long time. You said, why are you still?
That's why she's walking this way and I'm following her like a puppy. The emotions was high. At one point, Joy almost kissed that bitch in the mouth. If I ain't think that her breath smelled like Newports and Mad Dog 2020, I might have just, I ain't know what to do. That shit was getting hot and steamy. I'm an older person. What do you want to do, Sagrita? But it's true, like, in a way, it did get kind of antagonizing. Like, I'm saying, even Emily says, when somebody's holding the store door now, then you and I'm thinking those are the people that work at the store. No, that's her. Like, at a point, she's saying, leave me alone, stop following me, stop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the fact that she pushed me, I've never been touched and not, but it's like, there's no way I could have explained that to my 15-year-old. Like, I want my 15-year-old to walk away from the right push. Like, I want her to know the difference between this person is pushing me, I have to attack her to defend myself, versus this person's pushing me. Let me show her how I put shit together on the. When you have things to live for, you don't live like that.
Yeah.
My little cousin Anaya and them, right? They never been in a fight. And I remember when I heard that even me and DeAndre, he never been in a fight. I remember how jealous I was of that. Like, imagine that being in a situation where nobody's ever physically hurt you. Like I've been stabbed, hit with bats, hit with bottles. I've been knocked out sleep before. Like I've fought my whole life. My first fight that I can remember, I was like 4 or 5 years old. The first time I got jumped, I was 7. And we used to jump people around my way. I lived in Isley at the time. We would jump each other. It was a common thing. We would jump each other. I'm talking about foot to face. But when you grow up in urban areas like that and you see the adults gang up to fight for 2 days, you kind of adapt the same thing. I remember we would play fight to and pretend we was on reality television like Jerry Springer, and then we would beat the shit out of each other in the living room. I don't think I did nothing wrong in the store. I think no matter what I did, we was gonna have some type of run-in.
I'm not saying you did nothing wrong.
No, but I'm saying that is like, is somebody watching this that is gonna say, "Oh no, that's rude. You don't do that." Culturally, in hood stores, that's what the fuck you do. You throw your money over top. That's what you do. If the store owner decides to engage with your money, he just does. If he don't, you don't. Some days you go on your way. Some days he'll ignore you, still gotta wait. But that is a very typical thing to do in the muck. And the reason being is you get in and out. Because they'll shoot this up. Everybody moving fast because you don't want to sit in the same spot in one way. Like, we not ready. I'm not ready to do that with nobody. Like, that's what I do. Like, that's what goes on. That's not strange. I think that I don't belong in those places, period. I don't think that when I go in there, if I stand in line and wait my turn, it's going to be any different. Something bad always going to come out of being in the trenchy ass spot. When you
Prime example. I just said that. This is exactly why I said you have to look at your environment and look at your environment differently. You cannot look at your environment the same and say, oh, you know what? I'm in the trenches. I'm going to be able to operate a certain way. No, the hell you cannot. You cannot operate the way you want. You cannot. I know it that we live in an environment where as though you think that now you get money, you can just switch it up. You can't. People know who you are. You're famous now. People think that. I see these stupid comments, yo, and I see it not amongst men. I'm sorry, but women, y'all live on a different playing field. Psychologically, I don't know what goes on up here. Y'all be thinking y'all run a goddamn way. Y'all run don't. I hate when people say y'all run away. Y'all don't. Y'all don't. Men always run the world and they will continue. Problem is they just give you rules and laws and things to set up, whereas though they allow y'all to feel like y'all more empowered because it's putting more men in debt, it's putting more men in jail, and it's crippling more men. But men still mentally still think similar to protect because it's just what we are. We warriors. But at the end of the day, it come a time where as though women got to also start to move differently. Just because you're female does not mean you need to be up in the hood because the hood is a little bit more acceptable to females that's not from an area because you might look good, you might have a certain thing about you. They like, yeah, she got a pass. You know what I mean? But men, we can't do that. And for some odd reason, Mona realizing now damn, I really should not be here. And she literally just said, you cannot be in these spots just like that, just standing, because anything can happen. That's a prime example why you need to move differently. Damn.
me. I'm in here, whether everybody acting like it or not, they all know who I am. Whether I pretend like they don't or not, whether they joke me or not, like they know who the fuck I am. That's dangerous. The funny part is that Joe Button gave me some advice. We was all having a conversation about fame. It was me, Joe, and Ish, and Ish was talking. The thing was about because me and Joe, we have talked before, and Joe said he don't take pictures.
Yeah, I heard that conversation.
Ish was a little irked by it. Me, whatever. Everybody got their own flow. I do take pictures. I have missed flights taking pictures. I have been sexually assaulted taking pictures. I've been grabbed titty and ass taking pictures. Now, whether I screamed and hollered to call the police, no. But I've had people greet me sometimes just like this. I love you so much. Can I get a picture? A girl this big in the Philadelphia airport just did it to me, and I was having a horrible day, but she smelled good, and the hug was so genuine that that's just what happened.
So even like when you looking at the situation, you looking at the situation for what it is. You have to look at this situation and say to yourself, when you look at the environment, you look at where she at. Not only where she at, you look at it, you see it's construction going on, you see it's an area where a bunch excuse me, a bunch of people are outside and they doing their thing. At the end of the day, when you see a bunch of people hanging around, come on, dog. I come from the hood. I moved from the hood. I live there. And I also got enough sense to know that, yo, let me bounce. You know why? Because when you drive a certain type of car, you might stand out. And I was that young boy with a nice amount of balls that had nice stuff. You know what I mean? We was outside and we young. But at the same time, everybody not living like that. I know we live in a world where there's a lot of people thinking, oh, a lot of young boys out here getting money. No, they're not. No, they're not. It just look like it because we got social media and we got a lot of scamming. So people really not getting it. Whereas though we're starting to see a lot of people having fake lives. Look at most people today. They don't even own half of the stuff that they look like they own. You find out they renting it or they're struggling to keep it. But Mona's showing you a prime example why you gotta leave certain environments. So when you look, just look at that. She's at the door right here. At the door, and you looking at her at the door. This was the time that she should have been bounced. Should have been bounced. This situation could have went real bad because not only it went real bad, when you look at when she in the door, look,
I'm not trying to fight you. I cannot break. I'm trying to get some other store. Why are you even just getting up and back?
damn, that bubble is looking crazy. She's spending some nice money on that. But when you look at that, that's the prime example right there where things could have went real, real bad. Now, this is where another situation could have ended her life. Not only real, real bad. Right here, she went in the store. Right here.
You just said it, bitch.
Now, right here is the times when women normally start losing it. When they start screaming, that's when they end up getting shanked and stabbed. For some odd reason, Mona seemed like she lost all her hood instinct. Like she just lost everything. And you never follow somebody, especially when you know that they on one. Like, come on, Mona. Like, you gotta move differently. And then it's sad because when you look at everybody else looking at the situation, they like, yo, what is wrong with you? Like, you're not even thinking smart, you know. But watch this, and I want y'all to see what Joe and them was talking about, and you're gonna see if I'm off or not.
Why are you still?
The other problem with Mona going to that store is I got a good guess in my mind as to how much money she makes every month. And at that number, you can't go to Delaware no more.
Mona.
You have to move from Delaware. I said that when I seen her story one time and she was just filming out the window. I was like, oh.
You can live in Delaware, just maybe not where she lives in Delaware.
But here's the problem. She live in a good spot.
Oh, she does.
The way she explained it to me
It's time to
was
move.
when you live in there at a certain time, all you go one way is you in center, you in downtown, the other way you in the hood, and in the good part, everything shuts down like 4 or 5 o'clock.
You gotta get
So
your shit
if
early.
you want something, even like a bag of chips, you gotta go the other direction.
That's
I don't
how
believe
they,
that that's
how
possible.
they keep good people in the good part.
Man, shout out to
No, it's how they keep crime down. I'm dead ass. If everything's shut down at 9 o'clock, you have no reason to be outside. You don't have an excuse. In your town.
What you doing here?
No, in your town.
Right.
Everything used to shut
Oh, where I
down
live?
at
Oh,
at
yeah.
9 o'clock at night. You have no reason.
That's
to
true.
Loitering,
When I
you
see
don't have
y'all-
no reason. Ain't no gas stations open.
then we sit
You
there.
can't even say, yo, I'm going to get gas, officer.
And if they see y'all around there,
And shout out to Mona for holding it down, though, for being mature.
1000%.
She's way mature, more mature than me. I love Mona for that.
You're the
I was proud of her.
yo.
Nigga, not a lady, but a man. Oh my God, nigga. You talking to me like that and somebody might be recording?
you
No.
done tore that whole shit up.
Yeah, but no, shout out to Mona. I like how she handled it. I really
I didn't even think
respected
that's a
that.
good point. The camera shit, not just with Mona in general, the camera shit will make you do shit you wouldn't.
will
do.
amplify it,
You,
yes.
you almost can't back down. When
You
you
don't want to be embarrassed.
One way or the other, or the camera shit could make you feel a little bit more mindful and say, you know what, I gotta chill
that, dog.
because I got shit to lose.
Right.
Sometimes the camera remind you of that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what, can't do it.
I'm gonna tell you another thing the camera gonna make you do, and it makes you mindful of how much you can lose, especially if you a little bit more calmer than the person is amped up. Think about it. If the person is amped up, they ain't got nothing to live for. They in an environment where as though they might be struggling, not everybody, but that lady look like she might be in struggle mode. She might be. Look like it. Look like it. I'm just saying. I ain't judging. I'm judging. Yes, I am. She's struggling. You could tell that she's ready to shank the goddamn redemption out of Mona. Mona's about to be a goddamn flatback. Cause that goddamn bubble she got installed in that back, I ain't gonna front. That joint do look nice. I'm not gonna lie. She must have paid some good money. But this is another problem too. All these people dying off of these BBLs, and you go out and go and get a goddamn BBL. Goddamn, Mona, you too goddamn old at your big, old, voluptuous self age doing this. That's how you know that your mentality got to change. I get it. I get it. But a lot of times when people don't have nothing and they leave out of an environment, they still think they there in that environment, but they really moved, but mentally they still there. But those cameras will amplify everything. Not only that, the money you making, you will be in court. Because a mojo, I'm trying to watch my language. They will sue the brakes off you. They will sue the brakes off your Cadillac converter. Even though Cadillac converter ain't where the brakes at, but I'm just saying, y'all get what I'm talking about.
But you can't take an L on camera.
Who you saying goodbye to? You bitch ass nigga. Who you saying goodbye to, boy?
I don't understand.
Who you saying? Who is this to?
No, sometimes it's hard not to go to the store where they killing us at. Sometimes it's hard not to go to that block where them niggas got the machetes. Hey, all you gotta do is play this song in your head and picture the people closest to you crying up a storm, and it'll change your whole thought process. Hey, if you do that, you won't go to Delaware no more. Hey, if you're listening to this broadcast from Delaware, leave now. Get out of there. Ain't nothing there for you.
Delaware got some smoke. Yeah, Delaware. No taxes, dog.
There's nothing there.
Like that Rehoboth Beach and all that.
I'm not listening to you. There's nothing there.
That shit is nice.
Wilmington is cool. It's not doing cool shit out there.
Never going to
They're
Delaware.
gonna call you, Joe.
Never going to call me for what?
The mayor or
You
somebody.
know how much shit I turned down? I would turn down a trip to Delaware and a New York second. I'm not going to Delaware for nothing. Unless I'm that little Waffle House on my way down south. I'll stop over there. But stopping in Delaware for something?
It's a Waffle House in Delaware?
Yeah.
It's Maryland, nigga.
He did the same thing
No,
about
Delaware.
the mayor called
Delaware.
you.
As soon as you get there, too. See, that's how even the Waffle House know that, yo, stop right in the beginning of Delaware. Like, if you keep going,
They get crazy.
it ain't for you.
Get it right here.
I seen something on something going around last week on Instagram. They was doing if all the hoods in New Jersey did like a warrior style hand-to-hand combat with all the hoods in New York City.
Gotcha.
Oh man.
Yeah. If there's a beef or warrior style battle between New York and New Jersey, you riding with Jersey.
Are you asking me who I think would win?
No.
No, what side you?
What side would you be on?
The winning side.
Oh, so where you think the gangsters went that was in New York? Where you think they at?
Atlanta.
Charlotte.
Atlanta. A lot of niggas in Atlanta.
Charlotte, D.C.,
Still there, nigga.
Atlanta, some of them.
Yo, they stupid, yo. Just to sit there and have a debate about who you gonna have hand-in-hand combat with, Jersey or New York. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Growing up, a lot of times you used to, I know in Philly, you used to look at Jersey differently. But as you get older, you realize, dog, it's dangerous everywhere. Um, Philly's dangerous. We already know that's dangerous. Baltimore's dangerous. We know that's dangerous. LA dangerous. You know that's dangerous. New York, definitely dangerous. It's just look like when you're in certain areas, it's like, oh, it probably don't look that bad. But I'm always in New York. So I understand New York. I understand New York. I understand my surroundings. I understand when you down the Bronx, you in Brownsville. I understand when you up in certain parts of Manhattan. You know, Manhattan is really, really laid back. But guess what'll happen in Manhattan? You'll be walking through the crowd, and you will get that one person that's a little thrown off. And then next thing you know, you're like, shit. God damn it. It's so hard to say bye to yesterday. And your kidneys. And your kidneys. Yeah, because you damn sure gonna have some kidney failures. Somebody stab you one of them goddamn rusty knobs. But dog, it's real. A lot of times people be going to different territories and goddamn, did I jack that word up? God damn it. I graduated in the hood. All right. But they go to different territories. I said it right. Yes, who found this works for me? And They think they tough. It's like somebody like P&P Rock, Philly. I understand Philly. I moved from West Philly, met the Manayunk, night and day. Night and day in Philly. But P&P Rock gets killed in LA with a car that's $250,000. Might have been a little bit more because at that time I believe it was like near the pandemic time, if I'm not mistaken, when he got killed. So he got a Maybach. Maybachs are very expensive. People like, they not that expensive. Motherfucker, you don't need to own a house that costs a Maybach. Shut your ass up. Still living in the basement. Basement warrior. Be yanking. That little hole in the wall. So you look at that, he pulls up, go to a Roscoe's in the damn hood. Some people look at that and be like, yo, he dumb. Yeah, and maybe no. Because when you look at the area, it was a it was an area that had a lot of people. So sometimes, in some cases, you might look at that area and say, "Well, wait a minute." In Philly, normally in areas where it's like a bunch of people, ain't nobody just gonna walk down on you, but they will. But it just depends on what kind of. It depends on what you did. They might not be able to ever catch you. So when they see you in daylight in Philly, they're gonna run out on you. They're gonna spray everybody up. They're gonna put a hole in everybody. So when they drink your water, it's gonna like a goddamn water fountain. So you look at stuff like that, it make you sit back and realize that, yo, a lot of times people don't really understand their surroundings, even though they might be from the trenches. Just is what it is. I don't know why it's that way, but it gets stupid. Listen. So listen.
Being outside in Brooklyn, 3 in the morning with a chain on a mother gassing when they pulled it off my neck. I learned. Being out there thirsty, doing what I wasn't supposed to do, playing around, family out, I mean, at home, playing around. Nigga took it right, yeah, I'm not playing. So, you gotta be theatrical. Because even when they pulled it off my neck and I was yelling, because I had to, I had a friend with me, I was yelling, they didn't care about none of that shit. Them niggas care about $1, them niggas care about a minivan. They didn't care.
Brooklyn, another place. I don't go. I don't go. And boy, the party scene be looking nice. And some of the best food. And then Mona was saying, no, I can't come to the store. And then they slammed the door in her face, which to me was the funniest part of the video. That was hilarious. Mona talking to the door. I'm like, look, Mona still don't know how to shut the fuck up. Mona, that's something that just plagues my girl wherever she at. I be wanting to do that shit when she be talking sometimes. Just slam, but ain't no door right here.
There was mad phones out there. It was the nutty part. Like, it's grown-ups, and everybody had their phone out just trying to get some tea. That shit was crazy.
That's how I hit the internet.
No, it wasn't crazy. That's what happened every hour, every minute, every day at that store in Delaware that your ass shouldn't have been the fuck in the first place. So why is Mona at the store? I'm going to say this to her when I see her, so don't think I'm talking about
I
it
told her
bad.
that yesterday. We had a conversation yesterday.
Why are you at the store, yo? Look at the store. Look at the store. There ain't a bagel in there you need to digest. Look around. Look at the people around you.
And this is why I think that people need to have really, really good friends around them. That way they end up telling them the truth. A lot of times, man, your friends are going to be the ones that's going to save you. And those are going to be the ones that put you in bad predicaments. Pick your friends wisely. Be safe. Hit me with the hype, buddy. Hold up. Oh, no. Like and subscribe. Good enough. I am that guy. Okay. Peace.